A race against the clock mystery unfolds in Jeffery Deaver's latest book called The October List. Now, you also know him as the New York Times #1 bestseller of The Kill Room. This book is so intriguing. But Jeffrey, I've got to ask, how did you get the idea of telling the story like chronologically backwards?
Sure, I'm always looking for ways to thrill my readers, and part of the thrilling part of that is to come up with new ideas. And I got the idea that, is it possible to tell one of my sick and twisted thrillers in reverse? And I wasn't sure it was, so I sat down and outlined a story that I thought might work if I turned it around. So the original version of the October List I wrote out in proper chronological order, and then I turned it around. I moved the last chapter to the first chapter, just literally flipped it on its head, and then began working with it over and over and over again to see if I can get the twists and turns to work. And apparently it has come out okay. It took a lot of, I would say, word for word, more effort than anything else I've written. But according to readers' responses and the reviews so far, it seems to be doing okay.
Well, Jeffrey, the book is doing far better than okay. It is awesome, well-deserved success. But let's talk about your main character, Gabrielle. I love her. I'm halfway through the book. Let me ask you, was it fun writing her story literally backwards?
Well, Gabriella, I'll tell your viewers a bit about her. As the book opens, we meet Gabriella, who's a very attractive, intelligent woman in New York City, and her daughter has been kidnapped by this very bad guy, a very nefarious fellow, and he's done that to extort Gabriella into finding something called the October List, a mysterious document. Well, she thinks she's found it, hands it off to her boyfriend, Daniel, kind of a modern-day Indiana Jones fellow, and Daniel has gone to negotiate the release of the daughter. Gabriella's back in the hotel room waiting to hear. She's very nervous, of course. There's a click of key in the door swings open, and it's the kidnapper. There's no daughter, no Daniel. The kidnapper pulls out a gun, and the book ends. Now, from that point on, remember, this is the beginning of the book, the last chapter. We keep going forward and forward until we go to the previous Saturday, the previous Friday, and all of the twists and turns, all of the questions I raise in that book, like the question we just saw about what's going to happen to Danielle, they're all answered. So we come down to the first chapter at the very end of the book, and all our expectations are completely rearranged.
Well, Jeffrey, that's very intriguing. And given your tremendous success across the board, I know you went to journalism school, law school, practiced law, and now are a world-renowned author. What have you learned along your journey that you can share with the rest of us pursuing our dreams?
If you have a dream, follow the dream that's within you, not what you think will make you a lot of money or make you popular.
Those are certainly great words to live by. And Jeffrey, before you go, I'm just curious, why do you think reality shows continue to be so popular with viewers?
Sure, I think there are two things. One is that reality shows, as a practical matter, are relatively inexpensive to produce, as opposed to a scripted drama. And that just means there are a lot more reality shows to choose from nowadays. But I think people have innate curiosity about other people. We enjoy seeing our fellow human beings in situations and imagining ourselves in those situations that they're in. And it's kind of like we're stepping into Survivor or Big Brother or the Kardashians or the Real Housewives of pick a city. And, you know, I think imagining ourselves as those people gives us a certain sense of community with everyone.
Well, one thing's for sure, Jeffrey, everyone loves your book. Congratulations on your latest book, The October List. It's a gift to all of us. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Conn, and I hope we can talk again.